Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special One Piece review. It's not that fucking special. I'm just messing with you. Um, I got like 20 views on the last one, so man, if I could get 22 or 23 this time, it might keep me doing it. I always hear, well, I guess from a select few. Although then I'll see some other people and they'll be like, "Well, why'd you quit doing reviews and reviews?" But nobody watches them when I fucking do them, so what's the fucking point? You don't do it. It's like I used to like doing it for fun, and then I was just doing it, and then everybody's like, "Burr, burr, burr, burr." So, but since I'm a dirty, worthless cripple now, I have to try and do something. And then apparently, OnlyFans is not going to allow pornography anymore, so my OnlyFans career will be shut down. And yeah, I guess I'll have to do YouTube anime manga reviews or some bullshit. So I have to go back to work soon. So I don't know what's going to come of all this. There'll be like a lot of cutback on everything. It's sad. In America, if you almost die for your job, they don't say, "Good job, don't worry about working no more." Oh, you're better. What need to get back to work, be productive. So think about that. I don't know if Japan does that. Okay, this has been a little bit of a rant for the beginning of the video. It's hot in here. I turned my air conditioner off so it didn't make too much noise. And you can see my fan. That's a different fan because the other one pissed me off and I destroyed it. Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. The other fan is dead. But what you're here for now, what it's been, how long have I been recording? Almost 2 minutes. I haven't talked about One Piece barely. So let's talk about One Piece. Let's pull it up. Let's start. Let's see. Oh, wow, there it is. Once again, not going to show the whole chapter. Just going to use some visual aids. The first page. One Piece, chapter 1022. It's a lot of fucking chapters. You know, I turned 40 years old 2 days ago. Or three, yeah, was it Friday? Yeah, 2 days ago. And One Piece was out when I was in high school. Like, I think it was originally was 97. I graduated high school in 1999. So that's how long One Piece has been out. Crazy, huh? And this hasn't been like even like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. You know, I know there's Super, and then there's Naruto slash Boruto. How do you say his name? Is it Boruto or Boruto? I don't remember. I watched some of the anime one time, but I never got into reading it. So, but those have all been different and not continuous the whole time. I think Hunter x Hunter has been around similar time, but guess what? Tagashi is like whatever. He does a chapter once every 2 years or something now. Hopefully he doesn't die. Same thing with the Berserk manga. It's been around a while. I don't know if it was around as long as One Piece. And I know there are some longer ones, but to be as highly, still popular with One Piece is pretty impressive. Okay, well, this chapter is called The Stars Take the Stage. Woo! And you got good old Leo, and he's hiding, playing with frogs, the tornadoes. Uh, Hydrangea flowers. Wonder how you I get like translating like knowing like Japanese or whatever and being really good, but you would think the word hydrangea is not a very common Japanese word, you know. It's probably not even a very common word in English. So to somebody to know what that is impressive, you know. All right, let's start it out. Starts out, we got King and Queen. I know it gives it kind of like an overview. Sorry, he does this every once in a while. Overview of what's been going on. The Toby Ropo or whatever they're called. This mighty flying six. They've all been defeated, and you get to see where some of them are. Who's who? Black Maria, Page One, Ulti, Sasaki. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that means they all haven't. Well, I guess if Drake or ex Drake or whatever his name is has, does that mean Apu's gonna beat him? You know, but they all haven't been defeated. I guess so. He would trade it, and I guess she shows some of them there. So then we get into you see Luffy. He's gotten all fat because he's eating all that meat. Just I wish that's how it worked for me. Like, I was in a car crash, almost died, but guess what? Eating meat did not bring me back to health. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. All right, back to me and my ugly face. All right, this hat's hot. I like this hat, but it's hot, and I'm terrible. I'm going bald. Well, I've been going bald, but it looks terrible. I haven't shaved my head in a while, so it looks like shit. Looks like Baron Corbin level. I don't know if you know who that is, but that's terrible. Okay. Now we're into Onigashima is going to Wano, the mainland. It's supposed to be there in 15 minutes. You get, like, don't really get much of this, but you get to see Raizo versus Fukurokuju. Like the leader of the Orochi Ninja or the Ninja Clan, whatever they were called. They have kind of like a little skirmish. I guess it makes sense, like, because he hadn't really got a ninja on ninja fight. I think Shinobu kind of fought some of the lower people when her and Nami were escaping and stuff, but there hadn't really been a ninja on ninja fight. Maybe he didn't want to, disrespect Naruto. It looks like Fukujiro may win, but I don't know. Then it basically it's just saying like all the people that followed the scabbards, they're all their emotions and stuff are in it. You do get kind of seeing Kinemon and Kikuku are both kind of out. It looks like everybody else might not be in great and what Denjiro, not Denjiro, yeah, is it Denjiro? I can't remember the fat one. Denjiro. Am I wrong? God, I'm sounding terrible. I'm getting crazy with my old age. Um, they're all basically like we're fighting for his dream and all that. Then we get to see. How is Hawkins not like I thought he would be? What is he classified as? He's obviously not as high as the Topi Ropo or whatever, but he was a supernova, and then it seemed like Apu was pretty high up. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Um, but yeah, so him and Kid are fighting each other. Um, and Hawkins, I remember when Hawkins first showed up, like on Shibundi, how I was like, wow, his power looks crazy. I think at the end of the day, of all the supernova, I think Law's power, Oda has done the most with it now and kind of expanded it beyond. Like he really didn't. I don't even know. I don't think he's gave Apu's like devil fruit name, right? Like I don't recall. Obviously, some sort of music fruit thing, but we kind of understand how it works now. Don't really know what's going on with Uroge's thing, we do kind of know Basil Hawkins with his, I guess it's straw fruit or something. I think that's what they called it. But it's kind of it's creative. He creates these like voodoo doll kind of deals that like can take life for him. So like he's not as strong a fighter as say some of them. Like you got to think about somebody like Zoro, and I know they give him some sort of medicine to get better and everything. But the toughness of him, who's just kind of basically just a regular normal human, the punishment he's taken is ridiculous. Luffy takes a ton of punishment, but a lot of it gets negated just based on his devil fruit. You know, and so I don't think Hawkins is as durable as say Luffy or even Zoro, but having the tricks of the little straw dolls or whatever you want to call them does kind of make up for that and turn it into that like straw thing. I mean, it's impressive, but it's not as impressive as I thought it would be at the end. And it's probably because Oda realized he wasn't going to make him like a main player, so he had to be kind of not as strong. So I'm assuming Killer will probably defeat him here, but he gets Killer, and then he does kind of have like I don't think they pulled this on Zoro and Luffy. He just pulled out that crazy like demon kind of straw thing creature. Um, but a lot of them he's used that against them. He takes the life of somebody dear to the one he's fighting. So he ends up doing that with Killer and tells Killer that he has taken uh, Captain Kid Eustace Kid's life, and he's getting hurt, and he got hurt. That's fun. If you can make an argument, your straw man did not work. It did not. So I am looking forward to seeing Law and Kid fight Big Mom. I wonder where that goes because that'll definitely, if they could take down Big Mom, that would definitely boost their thing too. Look what it did for Luffy, and he didn't really even take Big Mom down. He kind of did stuff and got the fuck out of there, and that was pretty impressive for him. So if they happen to take Big Mom down, it'd be kind. I wonder if Oda will go there because it does seem like Oda wants Luffy to do everything, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I will be interested in see how the fight goes. So I guess finally he tells Killer, no, oops, wrong thing. Oops, hi, I'm here. Fuck you. And I guess they kind of figure it out. Now we cut to the main floor. King and Queen are fighting against. Like I think they're just trying to take out a lot of the people that turned on them because they ate the chibidango, and so they're basically like fucking everybody up, and they're so powerful. And like, was King? I guess King was always big like that because he's like as big as um, Queen, and Queen's full on like brontosaurus. I don't remember if it's brontosaurus or whatever. It looks like a brontosaurus. Brontosaurus full on brontosaurus mode. So that's crazy to think right there. Um, See, these chapters, there's not much to discuss on aside from going over things. There's like no, everything's pretty sure. I remember when I used to do reviews, and sometimes I would touch on things, and people was like, "Oh, I didn't notice that," or didn't think about it. Like this is a lot of fighting, so there's not so much crazy theories. I mean, there's always crazy theories, but like it's not so much like not that understandable. There's a little bit of lore in there, and I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, they're pretty much kicking everybody's ass, and even I guess they fought Sanji off a little bit. Um, but I mean, I guess he's holding his own. So remember how impressed they were when Luffy was beating like commander level people, like big moms and stuff. So like Sanji and Zoro are gonna get in there. Yeah, they've given Zoro. He feels like he's sleeping. Sanji's still stopping and kicking Queen in the face. Yada yada. They're going after, and then what's his damn? I can't even remember his name. He always says Perrine. What's his fucking name? Whatever, the candy guy from Big Mom's trying to take him out, and then Neko Mamushi shows up and smacks his ass like bitch slap. Pow, bitch slap. What the five finger say to the hand? It's a slap. I'm rich, bitch. You know. Zoro, and then King shows up, and it's like he's about to kill him. And Sanji stops him again. Like I know there's a lot of people. Oh, Sanji, I like Zoro better than Sanji. I always have, but I'm not like one of those like Zoro's like, oh, I want to suck his cock or anything like that. But Sanji's holding his own pretty good. I mean, he's holding up against two, what I'm saying, commander level, top two commander tiers, and Kaido's army or Kaido's Kaido's crew. Same difference. Marco's, and this is what it gets into. Marco talks here. We'll show this again. Marco says, I used to hear rumors about a certain fire conjuring race that lived on top of the Red Line, King of the Flames, huh? So, I wonder, like, Oda is, like, made too many races. Like, at first, you had, like, the mermaid, you had, like, fishermen and, like, giants we knew about, and, like, normal humans. And then you got, like, these things that's got horns. I don't know what the difference is now. Now he's a different one. You got the Tonadas, the dwarves, long arm, long leg, mermaids. Like there's a lot of different races, and I would think it's more than races. I would think some of would be different species. You know what I'm saying? Because they have different races. You got like different colored humans. You got different colored, different colored fishmen, different types of fishmen. You know what I'm saying? Different types of mermaids, all that kind of stuff. But interesting to see. And they talk about they used to live on the Red Line, so I wonder Wonder if there's more of them, or if they've been enslaved, or maybe that's why King was into this. Joined up with Kaido. I don't know. It's something like sometimes Oda will throw in a little something like that. It adds kind of like what he did with Who's Who fighting Jinbei, and talking about how like he was the one that got beat by Shanks and lost Luffy's Gum Gum Fruit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like I don't think at the end of the day it's not gonna play as big a role as like Joey Boy or Eam, um, or some of that kind of stuff. But it's still this is what I think sometimes separates the difference between Oda and some other mangakas. But at the same time, it's like Oda, you got enough fucking mysteries like that still haven't been solved. So I just hope that he was pretty quick about the Who's Who. I mean, it's not 100% solved because it's still like, why do they care about the rubber fruit? And that's a big debate. Um, like, so why didn't anybody go after Luffy because of that or whatever at the time if it was really important? Or was it just because it was a devil fruit? Maybe it was a devil fruit. That'd be funny if it turns out that devil fruit was originally going to go to, like, say, Smoker or, uh, or somebody in the Marines, they were supposed to get that devil fruit and then they didn't get it because it got stolen, or if it really is some sort of important thing, like there's some sort of theory that like the awakening of the Gum Gum Fruit is going to have some sort of special powers that negate, like, say, Eames or Whitebeards, or well, not Whitebeards anymore, but Blackbeards, like the Quake Fruit. So there's like a lot of theories like that. So I don't know which way it can go, but with Oda, he can always expand it too. And I think it's sometimes like when he throws like little stuff in there, it's like he talked about that. Also, that I can't remember what they called him, but like the god of the sun or something. He can always bring that shit back later too. But yeah, they're not gonna kill Marco, and it always seems like that. Like Marco is like he'll say shit like he did this. Whenever they were at Marineford, sometimes like, oh, I think I've had it, you know what I'm saying? But then he's like, oh, because he'll just do his Phoenix shit, and because he heals up pretty much, you know. And then it's like, but he shows up. I'm guessing I can't tell. Does he show up? Because part of me thinks maybe he gives, because we learned that he has some limited healing powers with like his, the Phoenix stuff that he can do. I don't know if he gave something that did something to Zoro, and that's why Zoro burst out right when he did. And then you get the like, and so you get, so this is like, I don't know how many people watch wrestling or have watched wrestling or know anything about wrestling, but they call something a rub. It's like, say, when somebody who's like real established and is like super badass, like Stone Cold or The Rock, wants to show up, and then they tell this wrestler, they're like, man, this wrestler, he's great, or puts him over in a match or something, so they get the rub off of them. So it's kind of what Marco's doing here, because he said, this is kind of where the title comes from. It's time for the stars to take the stage. So he's talking about like he even knows like Zoro and Sanji and the Straw Hats, and like he knew about Luffy because he saw him at Marineford. He knows Luffy is Ace's brother. Even Whitebeard was like protect him. You know what I'm saying? So Luffy has gotten that blessing. Luffy got the rub from Whitebeard, if you will, and so Marco's giving it to like Zoro and Sanjay, like he's not like Indian. Sanjay, oh, don't. That'd be right. I'll get canceled. Oh no, you can't do an accent. That's horrible. What about the people that use all the southern accents to make people sound stupid? You see me crying about it? No, it's whatever it is. What it is, accents. I don't fucking know, people. I can't portray an Indian actor on the fucking Simpsons. You piece of shit, fucking Hank Azaria, pussy motherfucker. That's what the fucking world's come to. You were playing a fucking cartoon character. Oh no, I can't be. I couldn't do a character that it's not white. It's gonna be a white. Like it's a fucking character, motherfucker. God damn, you're not. I don't know. People get their panties in a bunch too much. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, I think I'm kind of very disappointed in this. I think One Piece is doing the same shit with the live action Netflix. Like they're casting Luffy specifically. They're looking for a Brazilian, but then like the ones like they're like Nami, if any color. I think they're making Zoro be Asian, Japanese, whatever. I don't know if they're gonna specifically make them be Japanese, but like the call thing that I read is like there was somebody else. It's like of any race. Why the fuck? So if shouldn't that apply to Luffy too? Like I would have not a problem if they said casting any race. But you cast these races, but then like the other ones is like, oh, gotta be of any race, like clearly not a white supremacist like some of those idiots. But guess what? That's what fucking pisses off. Like those white people that are on the border of being racist versus being racist. When they see shit like that, it just gets like, what the fuck? Because guess what? They finally get to the point where they're like, they didn't realize they're like, God damn, we don't want to be like we're like just even the thought of getting treated how like we treated black people and people of color and shit like that all these years. That gets them like they want to cry and their little fucking with their little dicks. So it's hilarious. So I guess it's good too. I shouldn't even get that mad about it. I don't know. I just find it's I guess just because I'm just I don't know. I don't like all that kind of stuff one way or another. I don't know. I know, but I'm also not crazy and believe that there's no discrimination or racism or sexism. America's fuck that. It's obviously not the best. Whatever. Sorry, I got on a stupid ass rant. But yeah, then you get to see that like big spread of Zoro. I guess Zoro took out King and Sanji took out Queen. Why'd I have a problem remembering King and Queen? Makes sense. And so what's left? I wonder does that mean they're like defeated or there's going to be like battles between them? Because a lot of times like you end like that, but it would be kind of lame. Like Queen's got a lot more fighting. King hasn't really got that much fighting scene, so I would like to see like fights between them. Like at least a chapter of Zoro versus King and like Queen versus Sanji, like just straight up, and see how it goes. And then at the end, the whole big popping moment is, hey, Curly Brows, if we win this, I know it'll finally be in sight. And then he's like, Luffy becoming king of the pirates. Like, be in sight. I guess this is also like Oda trolling with the whole like, I told you I was gonna wrap this up in 5 years. I'll do that accent for Oda. That'll be the Oda accent instead of doing like a Japanese accent because that would be racist. But sorry, I got notifications on my phone. Not very professional here as you can see in my room. So what do you fucking expect? This ain't a high class deal. Well, yeah. So that's that. So what do you think? I still think Oda's missing out on some shit. Like obviously they got to deal with Shanks. They got to deal with Blackbeard. And if he's making Wano last as long as it has and will, then you got to do that. You also got to go to the giant island. I mean, like you've been everywhere else, like even like islands you didn't ever think about, like Dressrosa with the dwarves and all that shit. Yeah, Fishman Island really hinted at. Giant Island, Elbaf hinted at several times. So if Oda doesn't get there at some point, and then of course you got to go to Raptol, Laftol, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Final Island, and then of course you got to have the gigantic war at the end or before One Piece. I don't know. Some people are debating whether or not he'll be the king of the pirates before or after the war. I don't know. To me, it makes sense that it would be after it because that might be when they're like, we got to go all out. Because knowing Luffy, he'll say something, he'll tell everybody these big secrets or whatever. And then let's see. This is that cool little color. Like ever who does it, I guess this person. I'm not trying to steal credit. None of this is just mine. None of this is theirs even. But whatever this magic can art. I guess he colored this or she colored it. So it's kind of cool with that. That's the king and queen thing. That's what I was talking about. Like they're just not. It's like is king just that big all over? So that means I guess that would mean that kind of what Marco is saying. Like maybe King doesn't have it. No, I guess he does have a devil fruit, obviously, but it has nothing to do with the fire part because he's like a pterodactyl or pterodon or whatever the fuck it was specifically. I forgot about that. That's why he has wings and shit. But we don't know the other parts, like why is he like that? So I guess the fire's got something to do with that race. But Sanji can make fire. Luffy can make fire, so making fire is not that great. I don't know. It's weird. And then obviously we'll show this too. This is that spread of the Zoro and let me take my camera off like that. You get to see the onigiri shot. I guess that's their thing. That's kind of cool. They're not as big of a so Sanji's is red, and I guess Zoro's is like purpley black kind of deal now. And that kind of matches, at least the way they colored it, like that kind of color scheme that Zoro uses kind of matches, like down here, Kings, and Sanji's kind of matches Queens. So I guess that's kind of showing how that's going to go as a fight or whatever. Um, so I don't know. Like I said, what do you think? You think there's going to be a specific. I would imagine that Oda will do a chapter with like a real fight with each of them. You know, I don't know if he'll have it in one or two. Yeah, of course, Zoro did cut Kaido, so Zoro's pretty strong. I do not really like sometimes that's the only problem. I think that Oda, and maybe not even just Oda, sometimes they will have to um, throw somebody out. So like Zoro getting his ass kicked by Kaido, it's kind of like it's a similar thing to wrestling. Like you get beat by the best guy, doesn't hurt you so much, you know, as long as you're not jobbing out to like like a grifter or a gifter or whatever, you know. And then you come back and you beat somebody pretty high, like the top tier commander levels. But hopefully Zoro will take out King, and King's higher than Queen, and they'll find out that Zoro cut Kaido, so that'll bump Zoro's bounty up higher than Sanji's. Just saying. But also, I would like to see, like, say, Zoro take out Big Mom, but then you got Kid and Law are fighting Big Mom, and they're both supernovas, and they were bigger before. But I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like Zoro's going to end up being. I guess they're doing like a parallel with Rayleigh. Like Rayleigh's on the level of a lot of like higher up than say And then you seen how powerful Rayleigh was his old age. Like how fucking powerful is Roger? I guess the closest we've seen is when Roger just whipped fucking Odin's ass, like it hardly like it was nothing. And before that, we'd seen Odin was pretty OP, and the only person that really had kind of stopped him at that point was Whitebeard, because even Odin kind of almost beat Kaido if it wasn't for like some other treachery and stuff. And other than that, I don't really got no kind of crazy theories. If anybody wants to leave some crazy theories below, if I get some, I might start putting them in the video like I used to. I used to put people's crazy theories. I also used to like do some research and stuff, but I'm not gonna put too much effort into this until I get some people watching it. So if you want me to do more or look in depth on things, like make sure you're like, I hate to do this, but apparently this is the only way you can get people to see your shit. It's like you need to like comment, rate, click the little bell, whatever. I'll have links. Follow my Twitter for like stuff I'm trying to use that more. Like I tweeted out I was going to do this review, and I think it tweets out anytime. I think I had it, or at least I had it set on my. It tweets out when I put a video up. I also tweet out when I'm doing a live stream, and also my Twitch because I'm gonna start doing Twitch. I did over here on YouTube. I've done like some like retro games. Like I've been doing Donkey Kong. Um, and then I was doing some. I might do some more modern games over on Twitch and stuff like that. So if you like any of that shit, follow it. Let everybody know. Maybe get the word around. I don't know. It's not been that good. My energy level's not there, but I never was that high energy. Like it always came off fakes. I'm trying to be real with how I do shit. Um, I'm better when I interact with people as opposed to just talking to myself. It's kind of like, I talk to myself all the time. It's like, shut the fuck up, Roy. You know. All right, but like I said, do all that shit I ask. Although I should say that at the beginning because nobody watches this long. I think in my other one it was like 8 minutes watch time or some bullshit of the video. So rate, comment, subscribe, turn the little bell notification thing on, all that good shit. Follow my Twitter, follow my Twitch. I'll let you know if I do my OnlyFans. I'm sure some people want to see that, but I haven't got that desperate just yet. And I'll have to charge like $400 a month subscription because I only get like one subscription. Excuse me. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, or don't. Whatever you do, what you want. Like have your great day or don't. I don't give a fuck.